think I lied last week about doing the whole Merlin thing. I re-saw Les Mis and I was like, wow, one, it's fantastic, and two, now I can mispronounce every single French name ever. So I'm just gonna start off with a little basic summary. So Les Miserables, Les Mis. So it's called Les Miserables. Les Miserables. America calls it Les Mis because we don't know how to speak any other language besides English. Basically about this guy named Valjean who stole a piece of bread, and Javert who can hold an amazing grudge. It doesn't matter what Valjean does, Javert will always hate Valjean, and they just circle around forever and ever until they die, and Valjean becomes a good guy and just influences everyone and everything, and that's kind of it. That was the worst summary ever. So first we're going to start off with Hugh Jackman, who plays Valjean in the movie and does a magnificent job. We all knew that Hugh Jackman can sing because he was on Broadway, so no one was really worried about him. He knocked it out of the park. He's a perfect Valjean, and theatrically he's fantastic. He was just perfect for the role, and I'm so glad that they gave it to him because he's just amazing. But then there's Russell Crowe. Just because Russell Crowe was in a rock band doesn't mean that he can sing. He wasn't awful, but he wasn't good. It just was. But can we talk about Anne Hathaway for a second? She can sing. That, I feel like I going out of that. I'm like, when did Catwoman learn to sing? And why hasn't she sung before? Her rendition of I Dreamed a Dream, it wasn't the best vocally. I mean, you're comparing her to Leah's song right now. But it was honestly the best theatrically. It was so good. It was so good. It was so sad, but it was so good. So, if you didn't know, Valjean finds little Cosette, who's Fantine's daughter, and raises her to be Amanda Seyfried? You know, the girl with the boobs from Mean Girls, to be his daughter. And she can sing too, but she's alright. She played Cosette. No one really likes Cosette. She's fine acting. Her singing wasn't bad. I just don't like the shakiness in her voice. Eddie Redmayne is Marius, the biggest asshat in the world. Don't get me wrong, I love Eddie now because of this, and like, he is a magnificent person probably, and has an amazing singing voice, but it's Marius. Marius is this lovesick little puppy who falls in love with Cosette, and the first sight he sees her. It's kind of his whole story, and like, he's in everything. I'm gonna mispronounce the French name. Ready? Let's go. Enjolras. E-N-J-O-L-R-A-S. Like, he hates him. Kind of just giving him this dirty look when they sing Black and Red. Oh, he was talking about Cosette the entire time, and not about revolution, because he's so lonely without Cosette. Oh, Cosette, you're not even in it for like a solid 20 minutes. So, yeah, Marius. I like Eddie Redmayne though. He was really good. So, empty chairs at empty tables. I'm pretty meh about that song most of the time because it's the French Revolution. People are going to die. And if you know your history, it fails. So typically I can always brush that song to the side. Oh my god. He blew it out of the park and I sobbed because he was crying and I was crying and everyone was crying. And in that moment, you do realize that everyone is dead. Even kids are just dead because of war. And war is awful. And it has a cost, which we always kind of seem to forget about. Let's talk about Ebony. I love her so much. Ebony is everyone's favorite character because she is the girl who does anything for Marius, but Marius is an asshole and doesn't care about her, so she dies. And a little drop of rain, oh, I cried. I feel like every song I talk about, I'm like, I cried because it was sad. Because she's like, it's fine, just hold me in your arms and I'm happy, and then it's raining and he's like, no, live, and she's like, I'm gonna die. You were there for me, and then she dies in his arms. I know that I skipped a lot of stuff because I'm trying to keep it short. I'm gonna give it a 4.5 out of 5. It was really good, Russell Crowe shouldn't have been in it. Everyone else did a fantastic job. Barricaded Heaven!